Well, Missouri Republican Kit Bond is the vice chair on the Senate Select Intelligence Committee, and he joins me now. Senator, good to have you here this morning. Welcome.
Thank you, Martha. Good to talk with you.
You know, when you listen to this back and forth and you hear what Eric Holder said over the weekend, he said we are now dealing with international terrorists. So now we have to come up with a different set of rules for reading Miranda rights. What goes through your mind?
First, it's good to see that the Attorney General finally realizes what we've been saying since the Christmas Day bomber and before. Getting life-saving intelligence must be the first objective when we capture a would-be terrorist or a terrorist. And in the past, they've treated him like a criminal defendant.
Why do you think it is that with these incidents, these separate incidences, the first response from the White House has been that it was a lone wolf? Why say that instead of saying we just don't know yet?
That makes all kinds of sense. We have been trying to find out what the intelligence community knew about Shazid, and 3 times last week I tried first, and then my staff tried to get information to find out what the intelligence community had, and we were told that the Department of Justice is controlling it, and they're not supposed to give information to the Intelligence Committee or the members. That violates the national security law.
Well, that's very interesting, Senator, because then this weekend the Attorney General came out on national television and said, well, we do know, we can confirm that he is connected to the Pakistani Taliban.
That's certainly interesting to know. We're supposed to get that in the Intelligence Committee, but they chose not to brief us. So I learned a lot watching Fox News Sunday, and I am and my fellow members of the Intelligence Committee are supposed to be briefed. We were not at that time.
You know, would you concede to the administration that the situation has changed in this way? That in the past, couple of years, we're now dealing with something that we were warned about quite a bit after September 11th, that al-Qaeda and other similar groups would want to train people who were U.S. citizens. So now we're dealing with people who are U.S. citizens, jihadists in America who have U.S. passports. Do we have to come up with a framework to deal with them specifically in this new way?
We have that framework. There is no reason, as Mitch McConnell said in that clip that you played, that they warn him that he doesn't have to talk, that he has a right to get a lawyer. That is a procedural step that is necessary only if you're going to use the terrorist statements against him in a trial. You don't need it against the Christmas Day bomber, the Times Square bomber.
So you would say the next person that gets caught should be treated immediately as an enemy combatant?
If he's conducting a terrorist act, the intelligence community should be in charge of it, not the Department of Justice. Terrorism is not a law enforcement matter. That was a problem in the Clinton administration. It's a huge problem in the Obama administration.
Well, it's a serious matter, Senator Bond, and we thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you, sir.
Well, I hope that the Attorney General will look at the law and let the intelligence community question would-be terrorists.
All right, Senator Bond, thank you, sir.